welcome to yet another gay superhero show right here on YouTube with myself, Monde, the gay superhero. I know we've been away for a while, but we're back by popular demand. So it's going to be a very lit show today. And I always say to people, like, listen, you got to be and live your most authentic self. And that's what we celebrate right here on the Gay Superhero Show. My guest today is a DJ, a creative, an artist, and we're going to get to chat to this person and enjoy our time. Lula, thank you so much for coming through to the Gay Superhero Show.
It's a pleasure.
What's up, baby?
Doing good, Wena.
Like a shop. I think you Listen, you're gonna make me blush, and I don't want to blush. Please.
Don't worry, dude.
How are you, baby?
Doing good.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely, dude.
Like,
it's
it
a
makes
pleasure.
me very happy.
I've seen your other episodes and I was like, I have to pull up.
Yeah! Fire! So listen, I can never start an episode without asking people, you know, how they identify and what are their pronouns. Like, it's mandatory for us here. You know, and I always start off the show by saying, hi, my name is Monde, the gay superhero. I identify as a gay queer man. My pronouns are he, him, they, them, and their. So I want to know, how do you identify and what are your pronouns?
I identify as a tall, long drink of swag. I'm a lesbian woman and
Yes.
my pronouns are she and her.
Shout out. How are you, baby? I'm so glad that
Dude,
you
you're so animated.
I really am, right? Somebody's like, literally, I love it because it just gives this show many moments.
Yeah.
Animation.
Yeah,
Alright.
but it's a pleasure, dude. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me.
Sure.
It really does. So I want to start at the beginning. You are really an authentic person. I hope you know that.
Oh, thank you.
Even the first time I met you, I was like, I can't wait to interview this person one day. And I'm finally getting the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, we have been speaking about this.
We
moment.
have for some time.
Finally happening.
So listen, I want to go back. I always start from the very beginning of a person's particular identity because I feel like we draw parallels from our very beginning since we were born, you know, and we're able to kind of just like realize that, oh, this is not something that just happened today. You know, like there was a time in my childhood where I became aware of who I was. So I want to know, what is that particular memory and what was it like? What happened?
You know, I'm laughing. It's crazy you asking me this because I remember that moment yesterday.
You lie.
I swear, I was having my show.
Yes.
And the person that triggered it, I saw them on Instagram. I was like, oh my God, this is the actual moment where I realized that I'm a gay motherfucker. I was actually in a church.
Oh, wow.
And she's like a family friend. And they're very affectionate. And while we were at church, she just came to me. We hadn't seen each other for a long time. And she gave me a kiss in the mouth. And I was like, why do I feel that good though? You know what I mean?
How old were you at the time?
It's probably
Like 13, 10?
12,
12?
11. Yo, so I was like, yo, that feels weird. It shouldn't, like, it's not supposed to feel
Feels this
way.
good.
Like, why is it feeling so nandy, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like from that moment, that's when I started to realize. And then fast forward to high school, girls started finding me attractive. And I was like, what the hell? Because, you know, coming from a homophobic home, when you see gay people on TV, it's like, I change this.
Yeah.
I cease those kinds of remarks. So in my mind, it was wrong. You know?
Yeah.
So when girls were attracted to me, I was like, what the heck? Why would you even... Do you think I'm gay? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. So then in high school, around grade 9, these girls started to tell me that they're attracted to me. And then...
Hey, no,
I was like, yo.
No, F-boy.
High school. I was confused. What the fuck? Why? You see? And then hooked up with one of them and the rest is
history. And that's amazing because it happens in your teens. You know, when you're in your teens and you start to realize that, like, oh my God, like,
dude,
it's crazy. But
yeah.
it just makes me think about, like, the other day I tweeted like high school robbed us of so many things. And I love the fact that you mentioned high school because I can just go back to that memory of realizing, I mean, were you able to express your relationship the way that you wanted when you were in high school?
Not necessarily, because it was like already I was feeling so much shame with it, including with the kids that I went to school with. Like, as soon as the word came out that I kissed a girl, it was like, did you hear this one kissed a girl? You lesbian. And the connotation was terrible. So it was always like, I can't even really communicate and express. I had one friend who was gay as well. And yeah, that was the only person I could really talk to about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also had his own issues. So
yeah, because it's tough.
Yeah, it
and
is.
to be dealing with those things in high school, it can be so like it can be a lot.
Yeah.
It can really, really be a lot. And I honestly do believe that like high school really were robbed of so many things. Like I would have loved to like go to Valentine's Day with like a guy. I would have really like those V-ball parties that they used to throw, and then where they're showing up with girls like, or like showing up alone or with your friends.
Did you go to matric dance?
I did.
With a guy or a
no,
girl?
with my best friend. Yeah, he was a guy. So yeah, it was okay. So it wasn't
Because
like,
he was your best
but
friend.
But it was my best
or-
friend. It wasn't because it was my lover. I would have loved to go with a guy.
I went with the girl.
Really?
But I didn't really like her, but I thought it would have been cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So it was good. So you went with a girl.
Yeah, I went with the
That's
girl.
dope.
Yeah.
You pushed. Yeah.
I was like, yay. I wore a suit and everything.
That's dope. The fact that we still, the fact that we had to fight, we didn't fought like to even have that experience.
I was like, by matric, I was like, nah, fuck yonki.
I don't care.
By matric, yeah. I was like, fuck
So
this.
you mentioned that your family was not really like that welcoming to like LGBTQI people, especially when they saw them on TV. I also want to know like, when did you share your identity with your family and how did they receive it, or you didn't have to do that because most people don't have to do that?
Yeah.
But I really want to know your experience with
Coming
that.
out was hard for me. Dude, that thing is not nice,
Not
bro.
nice at all. I come from a Christian house.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're not staunch Christians. And the Bible was never, okay, except for my grandside. It was never like, they weren't like, God doesn't want, okay, my grand says that all the time.
Yeah.
God doesn't want this. I'm like, dude, if you're going to come to my house, can't say shit like that.
Yeah,
know
you
what I mean?
can't.
I was in grade 11.
Yeah.
And I had a best friend
Ooh.
who was my girlfriend. Came to my house all the time. My mom is not gullible. She's not stupid. Eventually she put two and two together. She's like, it doesn't feel platonic anymore. You know what I mean? So I even remember the day I got caught.
You got caught?
I didn't come out, bro. I got caught, dude. It was Heritage Day, 24th of September. The year was 2014. Wake up in the morning and I'll have like daily conversation in the morning with my mom. And she's like, okay, please do this today, please do that. As I leave, she's like, Emanyan. Yeah. Nah, don't lie to me. I'm like, okay, maybe this is the time for me to come out. This is the best opportunity. And judging on how she's asking me, it's not so bad. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, what like? Yo, I'm glad I can laugh about it today because it was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, really.
Like, it was really, really bad. She's like, in our family, you're the only one. It's the company that you're keeping.
We're never
here.
the only ones.
Come on,
I hope you guys
dude.
know that.
Dude. Yeah. So she's like, I'm learning bad habits. It must be the people I'm hanging around with, and she's not gonna allow it. Like, you know what I mean? So it wasn't a great first experience. And coming out, like, you'd hope your mom or people that you
My
love.
mom was also devastated.
My mom
she
was
so
devastated.
dramatic. Oh my god, what are the people going to say? The neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm a church, but
And then they think that they've done something wrong, like in
like they
raising
raised you. Yeah.
Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
And the misconceptions with why, like, they want a diagnosis as to why you're gay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, sexual violence as a child. Maybe you feel safer with women, or I don't know, because you're a tomboy, you feel like you want to be a boy. And then they make all these reasons up as to why you could possibly come out gay. Maybe they've done something wrong in raising you. Maybe she didn't bring enough. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have a sister. She tried to like try and diagnose why I'm the way that I am, as if like there had to be a reason, and that reason is a bad reason. Yeah.
Yo, that must have been tough. Hey?
It was tough.
It was really, really tough. I mean, like, just having to deal with that. I mean, like, you were still in high school at the time, right?
Grade 11. And I was actually like threatened to get kicked out. She's like, nah, dude.
Wow, for real. That's really, really crazy. I mean, you know what? Like, it's unfortunate that you had to go through that. I mean, and that's what a lot of queer people go through.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the times, like, we face that, and I think it's one of the reasons why people fear to even tell their families. So they choose rather to just live separately from their own family.
That was my plan. I was like, because I had already heard the comments. I was like, I'll speak my truth once I'm not dependent on anyone.
Yeah.
Then I don't care. I got caught before. Yeah.
Yo, that must have been a lot. But anyway, I think it's really such an important thing. I mean, we talk a lot on this show about chosen family. like a lot of the times people get ostracized by their families, and then when they meet friends who really really create that kind of safe environment for them. So I want to know, who are those people for you that really when you realize, okay, here I kind of have a tight squad, I can really be myself, I can really get to experience what being a lesbian woman is like and get to experience the whole enchilada.
My best friends are those people. They think it's cool that I'm gay. They even mad that I get more women in them. You know what I mean? I actually had friends last year. I was staying in a place called Joelberg in Melville.
Yeah.
There's a couple, a lesbian married couple. And I used to actually live there. And they are amazing. It was actually a queer space. We had a trans woman living right behind us. It was like a commune vibe. So those are definitely, that was my safe haven, safe space. I stayed there for a year. It was awesome, amazing. I learned so many things. I finally saw a lesbian wedding. Like,
right? I also went to a lesbian wedding.
That shit was
it was
dope.
so dope. That
Yeah.
shit was dope. I love queer weddings. They live.
Yeah.
Like, yo, y'all need to get married, people. Like, can we just do this, you know? I don't know about myself, but I can push it. I can totally push it.
Yeah.
So I really love the fact that you mentioned that you have friends that are very supportive and stuff like that. And now I just want to like get into like, how do you even get into the radio space? You know, because I'm like, hey man, where did this person come from? And why are they legit this dope? Where did this come from?
how did I get into
Yeah,
the
how
radio
did you get
space?
into radio?
Okay, so the short story is that I got to Wits and I went to audition at Voice of Wits and then I got an interview and then I started working there. I did graveyard for 2 years.
Wow.
And it's campus radio, nobody listening at that
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? So you
And
practicing.
you never know, somebody's always listening.
You know what I'm saying? So you practicing, and by the third year, I was doing that lunch show, which is between 12 and 3. Even won an award for it. Like, that was super dope, like, you know. And then
Vow was dope.
Yeah, Vow was dope. And then from there, I moved to Y.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's really amazing.
It was a dope journey. Like, it doesn't happen very often for people the way that it does.
Yeah.
That
That
it did for me.
transition was
And it was so
quite seamless.
swift. Yeah, seamless. You know what I mean? Because my plan was to actually, I remember in third year, a lot of people from VOW were getting hired at Y.
Yes.
And what they were doing was they were putting us on the graveyard slot at Y. There were like 19 of us competing, bruh. And they only hired 3. Like, that's competition is
Imagine
stiff.
they were
dude.
thinking, yo, this is to my time. God, that was 19.
Dude, so my plan, I was actually going to Japan right after third year. It was 2018. I was like, "Ugh, man, I feel like I don't want to be a statistic in South Africa,
Oh,
graduating
wow.
and then not getting a job. Let me go teach English, go Japan." Wabo.
Yeah.
So I stopped smoking weed. My blood was clean. I got my police clearance, medical clearance, my passport. I was ready, dude. I was leaving on the 15th of February to go to Japan. And then I always said my one condition to staying is if I get a commercial job in radio.
Yeah.
And by the time I got the call from Y, because they called me, another amazing thing. Like,
It's the Lula Usta. And they give me a call.
dog, they called me this one day. They're like, please come to the studio. They gave me a job right there and then.
Wow.
Dude, it was like a very quick thing for me.
That's amazing.
And yeah, my plans to go to Japan were obliterated just like that.
So a lot of people don't know that your dad is in the industry.
yeah, he
Like,
was.
they don't even know that like, you're related to him like that.
Yeah,
like
they
they
don't.
didn't know. Like,
yeah. Only now because now I'm more vocal about it.
Yeah,
you know?
like would you say that played a role in you getting into the radio industry?
Hell yeah, dude. Come on, man. I couldn't believe this man was getting paid to talk. I was like, they pay you to talk. That's my most favorite thing to do. Like, you can make money off of it. And DJing and all of that.
Yo.
Like, I thought he was the coolest person ever.
Yeah.
He had the coolest job. So, yeah, obviously seeing him and the love that he received. People going crazy. Like, every single Sunday, I'd be going on a taxi. I can hear his voice.
Yeah.
Ko shopong. I can hear his voice.
Like, that's my pops.
Dude, it's crazy. So I was like, shit, that admiration and love and adoration from the nation. Nah, I got that attention. I was like, yeah. I also want that.
No, that's amazing. And I'm glad that you admit. A lot of people tend to be like, no,
Nah, dude.
shy. Oh my gosh, I can't talk about my dad.
Nah,
People are
I
gonna
don't
think
want to
I
be
got into this
famous, bruh.
industry.
I want to be famous.
And people to go
So,
crazy. I love that. And I think a
Yeah,
lot of
I
people
want it.
Yeah, a lot of people are not honest about that. They shy away from that. And I think it's quite amazing that you're honest about
Yeah,
it.
dude.
So I just want to get a little bit serious. I mean, recently, what's currently happening right now when we're shooting this is the fact that there's been obviously a whole lot of talk about abuse within queer relationships. And this has been a conversation, and I've seen it as well. Like a few months ago, I think it was a month ago on Twitter, somebody who was on a different show was apparently abused, and they were given a platform, and people had a problem with that, and the person was lesbian. It really got me thinking. And a friend of mine who I know was in an abusive relationship, and they were telling us like the very descriptive, dark stories that they were going through, like, you know, being chased with a knife, being stabbed, you know, jumping off balconies. I'm like, woo, this sounds hectic. But I really, really want to know if this is something that you have experienced and or have known somebody that has experienced it, particularly within like queer relationships.
I've experienced it.
Really?
It's fucking sad to admit that like you've experienced it, but I have. It happens.
A lot of you had to go through that.
Thank you for that. So, I mean,
I
am over it.
Yeah, well, but like, you know, the trauma that it's still there, you know, and that's not great. You know, and I'm really, really kind of like so scared to just know like it can become very difficult navigating like your future relationships.
Yeah.
Are you currently in a relationship right now?
No.
You're not?
No.
She's single and available. Are you looking?
I don't know about available, but I am single.
So you're single?
Yeah. When?
Yeah, and I'm single. You guys. What a journey. Good stuff. You know, but yeah, maybe the love of my life will watch this and they will think, yeah, I love him. But no, thank you so much for sharing that with us, Lula.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
It's a very sad thing.
It is.
And a heartbreaking thing. I mean, with what's currently happening right now in the media, like with the whole recent thing that just came out about our very favorite couple, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. Like, you know, one cannot even think about taking sides or anything of that sort. But where abuse is involved, I stand with the person who's being abused.
Yeah, the victim.
Yeah, because it's just like, like
all the time.
Yeah,
you
like,
have to.
Yeah, like you have to stand with the person that's being abused, and it's just like.
What is your take on the double standards of the reaction to what has happened to our stars?
I think it's largely because of the fact that like they're a public figure and that like people feel like it's okay for them to have those double standards, you know. And I think because they're fans and they support them, they think that like they feel like they need to be like, and it's wrong really in my case. But people don't want to point the fact that they have double standards, that they can say, oh no, because he's famous we don't really have to look at him like that, or because he's a gay person or whatever we don't have to look at him.
I don't even think it's double standards because they're famous or not, but because they are gay.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because had it been another famous person who's hetero and they did something like that, that person wouldn't be doing a show the next day. Yeah, that person would be fired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like DJ Fresh, case in point.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's sad, man. It's cringy.
It is quite.
Yeah, it's cringy. Hopefully, I don't know what's gonna happen with the story, but I'm glad that we brought it into this conversation, honestly, and just to shed light that it does happen within queer relationships.
It really does.
Yeah. What are some of the life lessons that you have learned this far that you feel like, okay, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
The stuff that I've learned, I'm gonna feel like, yo.
The one thing that I've learned is that this world is really small. You can't burn bridges because you're gonna see those people again and you're gonna need them. Just be a decent person.
That's so true.
No matter what happens, just be decent. And yeah, that's one of the biggest lessons, especially with our industry, dude. Like, it's minute. If you fuck up one relationship, it's like a ripple effect.
Yes.
Domino effect of like things that, like channels that you could be blocking in the future. It could be 20 years from now.
Yeah.
But because of something that you've done way back then, it can block your channels. Another thing I've learned is it's crazy. Like in our industry, once again, you and I are talented motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We're talented motherfuckers. We have a lot of potential, a bright future ahead of us. I've started to realize that like to make it in this industry of ours, like it takes talent and clout.
Yeah.
And people are mad at clout, but like unfortunately talent also is not going to take you all the way.
No, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the reasons why I always tell people focus on your brand and building it, because it can take you places. You exist outside of just being an artist. Yeah. You know, because you got to create, and that's when the business aspect of who you are kicks in.
Exactly.
Because you've got to put that monetary value to that, to who you are, because that's how you get to grow yourself.
Yeah. Because if you have talent alone, it's all great, but there's something like the business side of it, you probably won't. Talented. And then if you have the clout alone, you don't have longevity.
Yeah.
This is why you need both things to really make that imprint and
give you the ability to be able to shoot up.
My pops had clout and talent, like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to her dad. She out here.
So like I can see that shit is important.
So are there any pressures that come with being a butch lesbian woman? Like I wonder, like sometimes, or like misconceptions that people have about like butch lesbian women?
For me personally, like I'm submissive as shit. I'm submissive as shit. People think I drink Black Label and play cool. Like I don't do that. I mean, I'll touch my occasional black, but like, banana that's my go-to. What else? Like sports, there's so many connotations.
Yeah, that people think like,
yeah,
that's
like
who you
okay, if I'm masculine and and I'm also not butch. I don't consider myself butch.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they think I'm obsessed with sex. It's crazy, dude. Like, those are the misconceptions that I've seen so far.
What is that one question that you thought I was gonna ask that you wanted me to ask?
You've already asked me. I forgot to say key.
Yeah, this is the question I was waiting for.
Yeah, we've spoken about it.
Listen, Lula, this has been an amazing chat.
Absolutely.
I've really enjoyed it so much. I think for me, you're actually one of the first openly queer women in broadcasting. Like, I literally, like, in my wildest memory, I don't remember anybody that I've seen that's like in radio and like visibly queer. Like,
that opens another conversation, because same goes for TV. You'll see also Mizzy, you'll see and the other gay, but you barely see a Sade.
Yes, or Sade changed my life.
Same, dude. So the representation for the female in terms of being queer, in these spaces is not that big. Like, dude, for the very first time, just at where I work, we have a show with two hosts. Well, I'm the host. My co-host is gay. It's a show with two gay hosts.
Yeah, literally.
They've never done that before.
They've never.
So that just speaks to like
where we're going,
the representation and how limited it is. But I'm an example that it's changing.
Yeah,
we're moving the right direction.
That's amazing. I love the fact that you're so visible. Like, it makes me happy. Like, when I see your picture, I'm like, yeah, that's my girl. She out. She with us. She's on Y, which is really great. So listen, what would you like to say to another young, lesbian woman out there who really looks up to Lula and thinks like Lula is so dope, and is also feeling lost and doesn't know like what to do with their life.
Yeah.
And feels like they'll never make it or the world is totally against them.
Yeah, I felt exactly the same way when I was younger. Trust me, as you get older, what you are becomes hotter. People think that you're desirable, and you are. You become more desirable as you grow older. The only thing is that you have to own it, because if you don't, nobody gonna love you.
Nobody gonna love you.
If you don't love yourself, no one will. Dude.
Nobody will.
Let's be real, dude. Like,
I know. Guys, I've laughed. I've done the most on this show. Like, this episode was legit funny. Like, and she was so honest. Thank you so much.
I wasn't I?
Yeah.
I tried not to hold back.
No, thank you. You gave me juice. That juice. All right, listen. It's not over yet. I mean, it's not over until we play Who Would You Top? All right, Lula, we give you 3 people. You decide who you're gonna top, bottom, or verse. Are you ready for this one? Did you see the names?
I haven't. What are the names?
So we've got Doja Cat.
Woo!
Okay. We've got Kalani.
Kelani?
Yes, we've got Kalani here. Yes, Ketlani. People say Ketlani, but yeah, we've got Ketlani. And then we've got Nape. Nape, Elaine's Nape.
Oh, what's his name again?
Yeah, Rich Kids of South Africa.
Pasha.
Yes, Nape Pasha.
Why the hell is he in this list?
No, we have to represent everybody.
I would top him.
That's hard.
I would top him.
Okay.
I would verse Doja.
Yeah,
it's actually tricky. I'd verse Kehlani. Oh my God, any fucking day. And then I'd bottom Doja. Yeah, I'll be a bottom for her.
Lula! Oh my God, Lula, thank you so much.
It's a good list of people.
It really is, right?
Yeah, that is okay. Like,
Lula, you must have a fantastic day.
You too, friend.
You must keep doing the work that you're doing there. Why we see it, we love it, and we acknowledge it.
Thank you.
I've seen the number of people that you've come to interview, and I've loved it dearly. Thank you so much for coming in through to this show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep killing it.
Yes, people, it's been lovely. It's been great. I gotta go. I gotta hang out with Lula or Diba. It was really, truly amazing.
Why you ain't say put everything after the Dibas?
Yeah, Diba. Come through, Diba. Listen, go follow her on all social media platforms. Watch her work. She's doing some amazing things for the LGBTQIA plus community. In terms of representation, that's a very important aspect of this show. My name is Monde, the gay superhero. It's been lovely getting to hang out with you. Do make sure that you go out and like, subscribe, and comment. Adios, muchachos. Bye-bye.